Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mini Metro. This time I'm going to be trying Paris. I want to try and beat my score. On the leaderboard I'm very low. I'm 534th on London and I'm 5,260th here on Paris. I can improve on that, especially with the stuff that I've learned since. This is the first go on Paris since the update that was issued. I think update 5 they've called it, and it's just made it's given a few extras and better options in a sense. If you can send a train in a set direction to begin with, you can add the carriage to the train that you want and that sort of thing. What I'm looking for here is in the previous episode in London where I tried it out for the first time, this update, I had issues with getting the tunnels, and that then meant that I had issues building my line because I couldn't build under the river and build my circles. So I was trying to build contained circles on the top half and bottom half, and it didn't look very nice and it didn't go very well. I think I got 1640 at the end, and not a bad score, but 2000 or so lower than my highest score. I think my high score is 3,600, I think. off memory, I don't remember these things and brag about it. But yeah, the aim here is to beat that Paris score. That's all I'm doing, and seeing if I get given the options for tunnels or bridges, or I think they're tunnels in this level. I think in New York they call it bridges. Okay, that's my line sort of separated up a bit. Bring on the weekend, I say. Okay, I think the blue's going to turn into some sort of orbital. Yellow, potentially, if there's islands, well, stations in the middle of the island here, then yep, I could. I've used one tunnel, I've got 3 more left. That'll be 1, 2, yeah, that'll leave me 1 more. Not a great orbit route, but needs must, I assume. I'm gonna chuck an extra train on the blue just because I can. And I'm just going to turn this in yellow into an orbital already. I know I've used up 1 tunnel because I've not stopped at a station. Okay, new locomotive, and I will take the carriage. I'll give yellow the carriage as well. Let's see how it goes. Okay, does that now count as 2? Yep, that's 2 tunnels now. Looking to turn the blue into an orbital as well. Just trying to think the best way about it. Not having too many in a row. But that'll do for the moment, and hopefully stations populate in between. Not over here and not another circle. That's 3 circles in a row there. I might need to shake it off here. Yeah, that's my orbit for the moment. There you go, that's the one on the island that I was expecting to appear at some stage. I'm going to chuck an extra locomotive onto the blue here. I might even get it to stop at that station so there's not just one overlap. Just thinking how to reroute this, because I just moved that to get a triangle, and now I'm looking at potentially having 2 triangles in a row. Well, that worked out. It's a nice shape at least. It's a nice shape. There you go. You can't complain about that. Although I will try. Well, it gives room for expansion for maybe a circle appearing somewhere in between. How many tunnels? I've used up 3 tunnels. I will take another tunnel because I've still got one more line available, and if I want to use it, I want to be able to have an extra tunnel that I can build off. Because look, that's going to use up something. No. Okay. So I'm going to build my new line now. It's a very short line to begin with. I'm not building it as an orbit yet, but it can become one. There you go. It can be a quick orbit round, just stops at some of the stations. It also intersects this yellow here to make it easier and quicker, and then likewise the yellow does that to the blue. Blue doesn't do that to the yellow at all at any stage, doesn't make the journey quicker to an existing shape. Another circle up here, but the blue will extend to it. That's crazy. Can I do that? Shape's getting a bit silly, but let's see. If something else pops up here, I might, if it's another shape apart from a circle, might connect the yellow to there and move the blue up. Remember, my score to beat is very low. I can do it. I know I can do it. That's what I'm aiming to do. Just beat my current score. I'd say it was just bad luck last time. I've been offered tunnels already. Unless I wasn't looking and I thought it didn't offer me tunnels when there were options for tunnels. Which I wouldn't put it past myself. Okay. Blue is busy. Blue already has 3 trains on it though. I'm going to need to get an extra carriage next time, I believe. How many more crossings do I have? 1. Yep, I'll take the carriage, and I'm going to drop the carriage onto the blue here. And I'm going to give yellow an extra train? Yeah. I'll give yellow an extra train to use. Green seems to be going fine. Yeah, all seems to be ticking along nicely here. Nearing that score of mine. I say I'll be happy to get above 5,000 in the table at this stage. Just put me in the top 5,000, please. That's what I'm aiming for, top 5,000. I think I'm gonna turn the green into a bigger orbital, so I'm just thinking how I could cut it through here and back. Well, I'm gonna send the blue out for that extra bit there. Not really that good idea or efficient, but yeah, it'll cover it. Right, about to hit 500 passengers. But the score goes up quicker and quicker, obviously, because you've got more lines, more trains, and it's busier, more people wanting to get on the trains. Damn it. I'm not extending the blue anymore. Not extending the blue out any further. That's just getting silly. At some stage I'm going to need to turn this green line into an orbit. I'm going to take the extra line for the moment. There you go, green's a bit shorter now. Doesn't overlap as much with the yellow as it did. I've removed that circle station there. I'm not going to deploy a new line just yet. Oh, I will now, after that one appeared. I'm going to get rid of this circle down here, unloop it. I'm just going to build a short, quick, easy line. Or so I think it is. I'm trying to... I didn't need to add that square in, but I think... I don't know why I've added it. I've added a square in. And it's added a square in down here. Okay, I'm going to have to unloop from there and build it this way. That's the only possibility I can see there. I can't go back that much and it would just look a bit silly and wouldn't work so well. Right, 700. I said that it's picking up quicker now. I could turn this into a little orbital that connects with circle, triangle, circle, and back to star. If I can get a tunnel next go, if I'm offered a tunnel, I might take the tunnel. I can drop the extra train onto the green line and make this purpley one or pinky one. It's purple pink, magenta. We'll call it magenta. There we go. The magenta line. Yep, here we go. Built the line. It gave me 2 tunnels there. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, built the one. It gives me a second one. I think on this, for some reason on these levels, it seems because it's Paris and that, it seems to give you extra tunnels. Maybe it's when you select for tunnel, it gives you 2 rather than 1. Because of, well, these things. Little islands in the middle. I feel like this is the longest I've played on Paris, but evidently, based on my score, it can't be. I will need to bring the blue down to here. I will need to. Just to ensure repetition between that station, because it's the only one on this line. Well, on this map, sorry. Wow, suddenly the lines got quite a bit busier there. Right, green can have an extra train, although green isn't that busy a line. I'll send green up via that. I think it could turn neater. It doesn't need to go like that. It could just curve nicely. Just well, not for any reason, but just to make it look more pleasing and more realistic. Okay, coming to the end of another week here, and that, wow, station is getting busy. Green has picked up quite a bit. It's looking to be quite busy at the moment. Rearrange the purple line. There we go. Or magenta, I meant to say. So that's week 7. I've got a new one now. 1,001 passengers. I'm going to opt for carriage. I don't think I need to get another line at this stage. Carriage wise, I don't know what needs extra carriage. I will give one of the blues an extra carriage, and I will chuck an extra train onto the yellow. I should have sent that the other way. Actually, I've realised I've got 3 trains on yellow already. That might have been a bad move. Quite a bad move. There you go. Nicely done. Stop the repetition. Where is the star? The star's down there, so they're all looking for this purple, aren't they? Well, magenta. They're all looking for that magenta one. Another circle. Ah, jeez. Is there anything I can do just to sort of ensure consistency and prevent overcrowding, really? I don't think this is going too bad, actually, but I may have spoke too soon. Ah, I did. Just got one on the other side of the river here that I'm now going to struggle to connect because I don't have any tunnels. Next go, what am I going for? A new line? A tunnel? I can't have both. And I may not even get offered the tunnel that I do desperately need. Alright. This magenta one is going to be redesigned. There you go. Best way I can handle it at the moment until I get more resources, and then I can just build the square and go the other way round. Week 8, I'll take a carriage. I'll take a carriage, and you can have the carriage, and green can have another train, because there's overcrowding going on there. Circle. Damn these circles. There we go. Getting round it. Just. Okay, got overcrowding at that line only because the yellow's dropping the people off. Oh, bugger. Okay, I do need a new line. Because there's not enough that stop at the plus. And that's what's causing this issue. They're wanting to get on the yellow, really. Not working quite so well. But I'm just about surviving it. All these want to go to the star. Where's the star? Oh, down there. Oh, bugger. It's better hurry up. I'm removing the circle. There we go. Wow, that's going to need an extra train. Again, extending the blue in place of the green here. The blue's getting quite many stops. Quite a few stops. Overcrowding on this blue, and there is no blue nearby, is there? I'm going for an extra tunnel because I am building this. This isn't going to work out, is it? About to get overcrowded. There we go, get that one in, and hopefully this blue can get the other one. That was very close. Very, very close. But it's not stopped. Still overcrowded there. This one needs to get up there and quick. Oh, come on. It's stopped at the square. Overcrowded. I should have made it skip the square there, really. I should have made it skip the square. 1745. Where does that place me? That's my new high score. And where does that place me? Oh, wow. What a difference 400 points makes. Wow, okay, so people are very tightly packed together here in the Paris episode. Episode Paris level. I've managed to jump up 4,000 places, shockingly, and that wasn't even a good go. But look at the distance there. That's 3,000 difference. Wow, okay. I will probably at some stage give Paris another go, but I think I want to try and work through some of like New York and St. Petersburg and try them and see if I can move up the leaderboard on those two. So join me in further episodes where I'll be playing New York and St. Petersburg. See you there. Bye.